Today's presentation is going to be on practicing correct protocol when conducting business in Brazil, specifically on the economic institutions and political patterns of Brazil. First off, we have the political patterns in Brazil. Currently, it's relatively stable. They have a federal democracy, similar to the United States, but in the past and up to the current century, or the current decade, they have constantly been changing. They have a very tumultuous past filled with military coups and dictators, something that you should probably be aware of if you're planning on doing business in this country. Some of the bigger and probably more well-known military coups that you might want to know about when doing business are from 1930 to 1945. There was a military coup led by Getúlio Vargas. During this decade, or during this 15-year period, it's marked with a lot of violent conflict and other things. It wasn't until 1945 that this military dictatorship was ended by another coup. And then in 1964 to 1989, a military coup overthrew the current president at that time in 1964, João Goulart. And then the military imposed their own president for the next 20 or so years. And then in 1989, the first free election was held, and nowadays they have free elections with an over 80% turnout. Nowadays, as I said before, they have federal democracy. Throughout this current decade, there's been quite a few cases of corruption, but there's at least been stable and there's been no coups. The current president is Dilma Rousseff. She's the first female president of Brazil. In 2003, there was a huge scandal, which a lot of people related to the previous coups and military dictatorships, with over 137 politicians and 400 government officials involved. Other than that, it's a very stable government. In terms of economic institutions of Brazil, Brazil is the 6th largest economy worldwide in terms of nominal GDP, and the largest economy in Latin America. Their currency is the Brazilian real, and it's equal to roughly $1.87 US. This is a picture of it. In the current decade, they've shown tremendous economic growth. The current president has passed a lot of policies that favor local producers or local companies that produce things made and grown in. They're also along with the United States and Europe because they rely so heavily on the United States and Europe for trading. When we have an economic recession in the United States and Europe, similarly, it hugely affects the business. On the textile industry, in the next 10 or so years, the economic growth in the country should stable out, and by 2016 it should be back to normal levels in terms of GDP. So this is the presentation on the economic growth and development in Brazil and the political patterns. Politically, it's very stable federal democracy nowadays. Economically, largest in Latin America, very stable economic powerhouse that should be, any business or entrepreneur should feel safe investing in. Thanks a lot.